Hi Sagittarius, it's Power and Light Tarot coming at you with a reading. Today we have a reading for you guys, and this is all about fate and destiny, Sagittarius. So, yeah, it is. And this oracle spread right here, you guys, is definitely saying that, confirming that, and repeating it. Yeah, we don't like to be repeaters over here, especially about gossip, Sagittarius, but these cards, it's okay, right? So, we start with these Moonology cards. Nothing will come of this situation. Now, it's followed up with Surrender to the Divine with the full moon. And then we have Eileen Chang and Fate. So there's something that's fated here, but something else, this nothing will come to the situation, is telling somebody that something doesn't work. It's advising them to let go of something and move on. Maybe that's what the Dalai Lama wants for this, Sagittarius, because I was just watching the biography. Yeah, and really interesting how the monks, they went to go look for like a new Dalai Lama, or right, like a leader, a spiritual, like an enlightened leader. And they went to a 4-year-old's house, and I don't remember exactly how they, kind of chose him, but I guess they had heard maybe a prediction or something like that. He was 4 years old, and they sat down, and one of these monks was wearing a rosary, and he said, "Give me that. That belongs to me." So that's cute, right? And so, and then he started making predictions sitting there, and I forgot exactly what they were, but that's when they knew that we have our new Dalai Lama, basically. And so they took him away, and he began to go through the training and the teachings, right, of the Tibetans and this religious order, right? And then it's interesting. It's super interesting. So let's get into this, you guys. And he's still alive, and yeah, I'm pretty sure he is. And there was a lot of China was trying to take them down. Yeah, now they are going after Taiwan, in case you don't know. So let's get back to this, though. And so nothing will come of the situation. All right, let's have a look at that, which is right here, the void of course moon. So this is a special card in this deck. They're all special, right? In a form of astrology known as orrery, where an astrological chart is cast according to when the question is asked and decoded. So orrery talks about the hour or the exact time, right? I know this because in Spanish it's hora for the hour. So, they're using Latin, right? And so, and it talks about a question is being asked according to the time, like the time that it has been asked, and the answer here, or the decoded answer, is nothing will come of this matter, or the situation will bear no fruit. So we have that next to surrender to the divine. Somebody knows here that something is no longer good for them, or the divine doesn't want it. It's not meant to be. It's not fated. At the same time, we have surrender to the divine and Eileen Chang, which is fate, right? Poor Eileen Chang, right? Speaking of the Chinese, but she was a Chinese American lady who her parents were, bonkers. Yeah, they were. And, I feel like I never read her book, although it's probably highly interesting. But her parents were bonkers, and she had to flee. Yeah, she had to escape. And it's not really that funny, but I feel like it affected her whole life. Yeah, because it was so just awful, I'd have to say, right? We have Community, right? And this is Leslie Marmon Silko. Leslie likes her names, right? More power to her. And here she is, and she has this path underneath her, which is like a path. It's like a road, but it is filled with enlightenment, just like fate, and just like these, surrender to the divine, right? And nothing will come of the situation. Wow, I find that highly interesting. That this is saying that somebody's chart, basically, it's kind of saying that This this is a couple. You guys are a divine couple, Sagittarius, and this is meant to be clearly. Uh, but maybe somebody has asked the question, right? I also feel like somebody's astrological chart has everything to do with this, right? Yeah, and if you haven't gotten a hold of your chart yet, go do it because it's highly fascinating. Yes, it is. And whatever you see there, read about it somewhere else. Oh, okay, my Venus is in Aquarius. Let me read it somewhere else, right, as well. So you can really get uh, it's really great. I feel like it is. I was reading a lot of things in my own chart that are highly fascinating, right? But this Leslie Marmon Silko, getting back to her, she's real happy. This little path that she has that is about enlightenment, Sagittarius, has a black cat. So she's trusting her intuition here. Yeah, exactly, right? All to the, to the umpteenth, right? She's totally trusting this, and she knows that this is fate. And this community card, Sagittarius, since it has this road here, is also about an exit. Somebody's exiling. And remember, that's what this card can indicate. Nothing will come of the situation void of course moon. So something will bear no fruit here, and somebody knows it, and they're ending a situation. Whatever that situation is, another union, whatever may be going on in their life, they have to leave another country, they have to leave a career, right? Because, I don't know, you're nowhere near that particular career or just something like that, right? This could be you doing this, and these readings could be vice versa. We also have the skull, the future, and the 10 of shells. Now, I always say, Sagittarius, that the oracle spread is the oracle spread is a spread unto itself. It's a reading, right? I mean, I could call this reading right here. I really could, but some people, they want to see the tarot, right? Okay, fine. Understandably, right? And these oracle cards, the Dalai Lama, the oracles are like with God's blessing or according to God's plan or something like that. I find this highly interesting, right? Yeah, and so, and then we have the skull, and the skull card talks about transition or grief. Yeah, maybe somebody's grieving because their teeth are falling out and they're bald headed. No, just kidding, you guys. That's not nice, right? Because we're looking at the skull. His eyes are gone too, so that's not a joke, right? But somebody's in transition here. I say that because the Six of Swords is here in the reading. So I have a new deck here, so I placed these cards out. This is based on the traditional tarot. It is. We have the Queen of Pentacles and the World, etc. But, they all have, this one has a little bit of a different take, right? So this Six of Swords, though, is a transition. Where is it? It's right here. This is a crossing energy. And this is like a transition, but not without difficulty or grief. Yeah, I feel like somebody here is in transition and they could be waiting to jump up here. That's what this Eight of Wands, it talks about inevitable change. And this woman here is waiting, like these 8 wands are to her left. The crow is there. He's, crowing and kind of telling her what to do, right? They are spiritual birds. They sure are. They're very intelligent birds. Yeah, they're a trip. And I remember the neighbor had one on his porch, and I was trying to bring him some milk when I lived in the other house. And he comes to the door, but that I think he was injured, the crow, but it was just kind of trippy, right? I feel like it was some type of an omen, that crow. Yeah, I did. And so this Eight of Wands, though, is she's waiting here for change, but she's waiting for the right time to jump up. Yes, and this is all about some type of new beginning where there is achievement, like somebody might feel like they have material gain on their own possibly, but they realize that the spiritual journey that they have gone through, realizing that they are really kind of a pawn of the divine, right? No, not the government, you guys. Trust me, that's what they want. No, like you are really just kind of being ruled by the divine and God, right? And the creator. and that this person knows this. They go, well, I have some type of uh, financial growth for myself, but my spiritual growth is far more important. Yeah, this is really, I find this reading very interesting. Yeah, I do. The sunflowers are here and they talk about growth. They sure do, right? And these sunflowers are so huge. For me, those are God's flowers. All of the flowers belong to God. I feel like they do. But my point about it is that these sunflowers have been around. This is like an ancient flower. Yes, it is. It's really a trip, these sunflowers. And so we have the Four of Swords, right, showing up in the past. Maybe this is somebody's going to surrender with the full moon of Pisces, which I believe is today. Yeah, we just left the new moon of Virgo, and I feel like we have a full moon in Pisces. I'm pretty sure it could be Libra, but I feel like it's Pisces, and that, yeah, and it talks about making your dreams come true, because Pisces is about dreams, right? Pisces is ruled by Neptune and the moon, in my opinion, and the moon is all about dreams, and so is Neptune. Neptune is about fantasy. It's about making your dreams come true, and like your divine intuition, right? It is. And so, the surrender to the divine, somebody could be doing this like today. Yeah, it's kind of a trip here, right? They could be, and maybe they are in transition and kind of, there's some type of uprooting. Somebody's uprooting their life here to make this transition. And as I said, it hasn't been without difficulty, all right? Maybe they're afraid of you, Sagittarius. I don't really see that here. No. But, this maybe, right? Because there is something, when I say afraid, I don't mean that, you're going to knock them out, Sagittarius. Yeah, I remember this little girl told me that in 7th grade. I'm like, you don't know who you're messing with here, right? That was it. Because I had to go to school in San Francisco, and my brother used to tell the other kids, hey, don't bother my sister, all right? Because she's not who she appears, right? Because I was kind of shy. Yeah, it's funny, and there's an episode to that. There's a story to that as well. Because somebody kept bothering me, and I just had to I did knock them out. So getting back to this reading, though, we're talking about difficulty, somebody's spirituality, somebody's coming into their divine energy. Yeah. And somebody knows they have a spirit guide, like a spirit guide is guiding them. Yeah, somebody knows that here. I feel like that is helping. This could be your person. This is helping them move forward to come towards you. Because, as I said, whoever is in transition, right? And I feel like out of exile. This is a trip here, right? Out of exile. Some people could be making their exile from the United States, you guys. Yeah. Because you're not seeing it now. Maybe some of you guys, but there is a grand dictatorship taking hold here. Yeah, there is. And when I say grand, I don't mean with honor. Hell no. I'm talking about these people who promised unity, and all they do is divide and conquer. Yeah, he was even saying that at the speech. Anybody who believed in basically faith, freedom, and family was a terrorist. He said that. You can go look at it. So let's continue here, Sagittarius, because what I love about this reading is that somebody here is really realizing that they're a spiritual being. If everybody did that, we'd all be unified, united, no matter, and these bitches wouldn't be able to do anything to us. Yeah, okay. So let's keep going, Sagittarius, because you could be going, I'm going to go over there. I'm going to do a divine intervention on you, power and light. Yeah, and it's going to be with my big toe on your little one, right? So over here, Sagittarius, the skull card is followed up here with Octavia Butler, and she was very angry about her future, right? And it's a message of anger, and she felt oppressed and stuck, right? But she took kind of matters into her own hand. Here she is pushing this man down. She thought these corporate leaders were against her and her people, and she was right. They're against all of us, though. Just now they are, They have it framed a little different, but they sure are. And so somebody felt stuck here and oppressed, and the Ten of Cups is blessings and well-being. And I just pulled this last. What I'm saying here is that this will end up with blessings and a well-being. I feel like for two people, for you and this person. Yeah. Yeah, the reading is clear here, and it's very simple. It's laying out the fact that somebody's coming to you, Sagittarius. Yeah, they are. All right. So put your swords down. All right, would you? Because there's a lot of swords here. I feel like there is. We have the 6, the 9, the 4, and then we have the Knight here. So, this is almost half the cards are swords. And this is, like conveying the difficulty here, right? And this 4 of swords is here, like, and this could be in the past. This is somebody who has, like, really been kind of in their introspection. Let's see what they say about this 4 of swords. It's the man who was in the church, and he has been either asleep or praying or both, right? And use your intuition. The window above the woman in the church depicts the story of the shepherd finding a lost lamb. How does this play into the meaning of the card? This is where somebody is finding, where they find their lost lamb. The lamb is a trip, right? Because the lamb is part of the flock. Like, which way do I go, right? And the lamb can also talk about sacrifice, right? At least in, Christianity, we see the lamb and Lamb of God and things like that. But the lamb, it's a very spiritual animal, the lamb, it is. And so, let's see, beneath a lavish stained glass window, a woman rests with her arms crossed over her chest. 4 swords hang on the walls around her, representing the problem or problems that surround her. The situation still exists, but she has for the moment removed herself to a quiet, peaceful state of being. The card suggests that you have situations, troubles, or problems that need fixing, right? Resolution. However, this is not the time to deal with them head on. Rather, it is a time to be calm and heal a bit so that you can approach your issues refreshed. Yeah, and this could be your person's energy, Sagittarius, where they were in this not ready to take action, but they needed to heal, because this skull card above it talks about a transition where there is grief, right? Yeah, and we have the 9 of swords here. This is worries and anxiety. So this could be what's on your mind, but this could be this person. You might have anxiety, and maybe you feel a little restless in this reading. It kind of seems like that, like you may be waiting for somebody. Yeah. And this is blessed, Sagittarius, because the first card I pulled over here was this card. We see, I feel like this is a god, I forgot, maybe it's Hinduism, right? We see, I think it is, but here we see like the elephant, kind of, right? The divine elephant. You guys, I'm not Indian, so I don't really know about Indian culture or religion. I don't really know much about it. I know that I feel like the Indians were the ones who, created the chakras, or they were one of the first. They had a lot to do with the chakras. Yeah, it even sounds Indian, right? Chakra, it does. Or, I don't know if you could say Indian, because maybe it's Sanskrit, that language. I don't know, you guys. Because in India, I feel like they have, 50 or 100 languages. I kid you not. I read that one time, I'm like, wow, right? But this talks about make it God's. Release the idea of my. As soon as you start to say the money, the relationships, the job, freedom arrives. When there is no grasping or like pushing something, right? The right actions get shown. Free me from my prison, Lord. Yeah, and somebody was in a prison here. And also they're giving it to God. They're not holding so tight. They're like releasing control. And God is the divine. It is. I feel like it's Sunday, and I'm preaching the gospel here, right? And I love to go to the church around the corner, but I don't like the guy. I don't like the pastor. Yeah, I feel like he's fake. I feel like he's with, these kind of New World Order creepsters, and he doesn't want to admit to it. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. So this 9 of swords, Sagittarius, this could be what's on your mind. And this is a woman sits up in her bed, hugging her knees and burying her head against them, clearly tormented by her thoughts, with the swords floating above her head. She's not covered, showing how vulnerable she is. Yeah, somebody feels very vulnerable in this reading. The card is about worries that keep you up at night. Can these worries could be guilt, anguish, or concerns, right? That fill your mind and create your havoc or create your chaos, right? You seem unable to settle your mind. The lack of sleep adds to the situation. Okay, this is what this could would be. This could be you right now, worried here, right? And this could be your person. Yeah, you could be knowing though, Sagittarius. There is so much uh, intuition or higher consciousness being used here, or being accepted, or being guided by that. You could be maybe feeling that your person here is in this energy and they are worried, right? You might know it looks like somebody is like changed their whole life and they could have been fighting it, and they know that whatever situation they are in is fruitless. Like, I'm not supposed to stay here because this is, I called it the first card, but it's the second card after that, and this is nothing will come of the situation void of course. Yeah, somebody's voiding their, like a life course they had. And at the end of the journey, Sagittarius, will be the Ten of Cups. And we see the huge pelican here. And he has these snails here. It's real cute, though. But this is well-being and blessings. And this is blessed. It's blessed by the divine. Blessed by me, too, Sagittarius. All right? Is that okay? Just kidding. Right? You could be saying, you're not God, power, and light. No, knock it off. All right? Yeah. It's interesting though, because if you pray for people, it's like a blessing. You try. I mean, I feel like only God can really bless you, or the Creator. Yeah, that's how I kind of feel, right? But this is why when I was a kid, people would go like bless you, and I grew up saying God bless you. Yeah, like you can't bless me. What do you think you're like, So anyway, let's look at the Five of Wands coming in the near future. And this is competition. It is. And there probably is competition in this reading. You're either competing, you are the winner here, Sagittarius, right? Or if you're going after this person, right? They're winning you, but there's some type of fighting here or competition, and that's what that talks about. Let's see what it says. In a clearing in the woods on a cloudy moonlit, beg your pardon, 5 women wield wands. Yeah, they're out there and in the middle of the night, or not middle of the night, but late. Their wands represent their energy, their passion, and their interests. Yeah, they're fighting for something they're passionate about. They're in competition of some sort, but it's not a battle to the death. Whoever can use her wand most effectively will prevail. Yeah, interesting, right? Whoever has like the most kind of passion will prevail. And I feel like that's what this reading's about, where somebody has so much passion for you and they feel like their situation is passionless. So this is what's guiding them, right? Yeah, it's really cool here. It's like when you it's kind of like when you want like a career in your life, right? Or you want to go move somewhere and you have so much passion. You're not really like thinking about what you might leave behind so much, or what you might lose, because you are so passionate and caught up in the moment, right? Of where you are headed or where you want to be. Yeah, exactly. And it really helps your journey, right? And so we have the World card. This is your concern. This World card talks about making your wish come true, and getting to the end of the journey, but the journey for the thing that is most important to you and most sacred, right? And this is not without learning. The World card almost means that you have come full circle, right? And you have learned so much. You started as the Fool, which is really a baby, right? He doesn't even have an age. He's 0, right? And so the Fool is kind of a baby, very naive, always has courage, because the Fool hasn't seen anything. He hasn't experienced life yet. So he doesn't know that there's evil in the world. He doesn't know that something could be difficult. He has no clue yet. But when you get to the world, you know that life is not as easy as, as fairy tales and things like that. And so this is what you are concerned about. You're concerned if you're going to feel this journey, or if you're going to, if you're going to fulfill this journey, and I believe this is with this person. And the World card here, and let's see, a woman holds a veil that seems to capture and disperse starlight as she moves it about. She dances at the top of the world in celebration, for she has conquered all that she set out to do. This is your concern. Either if you will, kind of, if this will come true for you, right? If you will conquer all that you set out to do. And I feel like it's whoever is returning here or on this journey of transition, and this journey of some type of grief. Because there is a lot of difficulty in this reading. There really is. This reading is kind of, God, I can't think of the word, you guys. Kind of late night last night. This reading's a little bit of, what's the word? It's kind of, it's just kind of good and bad. But there's no bad here, but it's a sacrifice. Yeah, where there is, somebody here knows that something is so beautiful that they have to fight in order to make this journey to you. Or you have to do this. Everything else has to be let go of. And anxiety whoever knows this, whoever's coming, right? Or if this is you going to do this, knows that grief kind of, although it is here for somebody, right? That basically the anxiety though, or here, there's wisdom where that's not going to help me on this journey. It's not going to help me fight and move forward. It's not going to help my future. And somebody knows this here. But I feel like it's because they have already kind of suffered. Yeah, we have the Queen of Pentacles in your environment. That could be you, Sagittarius, maybe, but this could be your person, right? That's what they say about the Queen, right? Queen of Pentacles, where is she? This could be anybody, Virgo, Taurus, or Capricorn. It sure can. Let's see what it says here. And we have, what? I don't even see oh, I see. Okay, she's got this book set up all different. It's annoying. It says how she likes to do it, though. Let's see what it says here about the Queen of Pentacles. This woman drapes herself prettily over her throne. Prettily, never heard that. Prettily, that's okay. Wearing a gown probably of her own creation. She gazes downward, either assessing the design of her skirt or mentally rearranging the basket of fruit into a more pleasing composition. While she does enjoy the beautiful things around her, she loves to find ways to improve them. The Queen is down to earth. Something bothering you? She'll offer fresh baked cookies or a pot of soup. She loves to garden, cook, bake, sew, do it yourself, or anything that can make her environment more beautiful. Very like Venus energy, right? The Empress energy. Okay, but this, honestly, this talks about somebody who realizes, this Queen of Pentacles, that like they can do something better. And that's where you come in, Sagittarius, or your person. Like this is like something better coming, something, and that's why somebody's in transition. They realize that something else here, it wasn't worth it. Nothing will come of this situation. And they are coming because they know that not better. This person knows that you are the best for their life, because clearly this is soulmate energy, right? Twin flame energy, etc. The Knight of Swords is what you want, Sagittarius. This could be like you want this person to like know exactly what they want. This Knight of Swords, very intelligent, but he has courage and he takes action and he's precise. That's what you want. You want this person to have like learned, grown, maybe even suffered. Maybe you feel like, with suffering comes wisdom. Yes, it does, right? This is why little kids don't have wisdom, unless maybe it's a Dalai Lama, right? And making predictions, all right? But kids usually don't have wisdom because wisdom takes life experience, right? This is why, I remember my daughter, she thought, like, what do you know, Mom? I'm like, okay, sure. All right. So, I feel like now she maybe, she's 25. Hopefully she has kind of, moved forward in her with her thoughts as well, right? With her own kind of spiritual journey and understanding, right? But this Knight of Swords, you want this person to be precise in their actions. In other words, don't show up for me if you don't know exactly what you want or exactly what you want with me. This is what you're saying in this reading. Yeah, I've never really used these cards. No, I never have, right? So today I was like, yeah, let's try, right? Ten of Wands showing up in the outcome. So, this could be burdening for whoever is coming. I feel like this has been very heavy on this person. I've been saying that whoever is making this journey to you, Sagittarius, I feel like has walked a really a difficult road. Yeah, and I feel like it's not without grief or tears or guilt, maybe, or suffering. Yeah, Eileen Chang, she's here. She suffered, yeah, because she had these nutty ass parents, poor, right? And this is why they call this fate, because she feels like that was my fate. Like, what the F? Why is that my fate, right? Yeah, let that happen to somebody evil, right? Not me. And so we're going to end this reading, and we're going to go to your person's reading, Sagittarius, and we're going to see how they feel about you. We're going to have their whole spread. We're going to have a different spread for them that shows the dynamic between you guys, and we're going to see what's unknown, right? That's really the whole idea of the reading, isn't it? Yeah. The unknown, the Twilight Zone, Sagittarius. Thanks for joining me here. They're all super affordable. The link is below. And please remember to like, share, and subscribe.